Hi, I'm Mike Heidebrink, president of CHENG Concrete, here for Concrete Network. This is our outdoor living series made from CHENG DFRC. Let's get to work and see how these things are made. We're all ready to cast the fire cube here. Before we do, real quick, I want to talk about how we're going to be casting this. I've mixed up 25 pounds of the light casting blend and 25 pounds of the dark casting blend to create, a cool gray color, nothing too dark or too light. And we're going to be spraying that into this form to about 1/8 of an inch thick on all the surfaces. After I'm done spraying the casting blend into this form, then we're going to go ahead and take what's remaining in this bucket, which will probably be about 30 pounds, 30 to 40 pounds of material, and I'm going to mix that with another 50 pounds of the backing blend to create a thicker consistency material to lay up onto the walls and into the base. I've sprayed the casting blend into the form. Everything is covered by about 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch, and roughly 15-20 minutes has gone by since I sprayed it. In the meantime, went over to my mixer and took the remaining casting blend that was in my bucket and added 50 pounds of backing blend, which is the thick fiber material. Added that to the bucket along with 1 gallon of the activator. And I've got a mix that has got a pretty good consistency. You can see it's got a lot of fiber in it. It's pliable, but yet it's not super, stiff. This is the mix that I'm now going to put in the mold to build up the walls. These walls are still a little soft, so I'm going to be covering the vertical surfaces with a pretty thin layer initially, maybe about 1/4 of an inch. Wait 20 minutes between layups, coming back 20 minutes later with another 1/4 inch layup until I build up my walls to 3/4 of an inch thick. Okay, just going to start with a handful, press it into the corner, making sure that I get it pressed really pretty firmly into these edges. I don't want any voids or air to be trapped between this layer of my backing blend and the casting blend that I've already sprayed into the mold. I'm going to come up the vertical walls no more than 1/4 of an inch on this first pass. You can see how the material wants to kind of sag down the wall. If I put it up any thicker than that, I'd surely have it peel or slump down into the bottom of the form. Now, the rate at which I build this wall up on a high vertical like this is a 15-inch high wall. The timing of this is really important, because if I build too much material up too quickly, I could get all the way up to the top here, turn my head for a minute and turn around, and this whole wall might have slumped down. So you don't want to get too far ahead of yourself. You'll also notice that as I'm up here at the top, I'm applying no more than 1/8 of an inch of material. So it's actually thinner up here at the top than what I was placing at the bottom. I'll thicken this up on later passes. If, as you're building up the wall, you get an area that starts to sag, pressing it back into place should work, but if it continues to sag, just try to thin it out and then let it go. Then just let it set. Don't keep trying to pat it and hold it up, because the more I agitate this surface or this backing material, the looser it becomes. So it's only with a little bit of time passing that it's going to, stiffen up to where it'll stand in place. And usually that's, giving it about 10 to 15 minutes to get a little firmer. Just to recap, the casting blend that we sprayed into the mold, that's going to be the surface that you see on the finished piece of concrete. This combination of casting blend and backing blend that I mixed up, this is where the structure is. There's a lot of fiber in here that gives us a lot of the structure that we need for these vertical wall surfaces as well as on the horizontals. This entire box here, or this fire cube mold, this particular piece is going to take about 150 pounds of material. I've got 50 pounds of casting blend already in it and another 50 pounds of the backing blend. The next batch that I mix will be 50 pounds of backing blend as well. So when all is done, we'll have about 150 pounds of material in this mold. I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, and that'll wrap up the casting portion of this fire cube. You can find detailed plans and instructions for this fire cube online. I'm Mike Heidebrink with CHENG Concrete. Thanks for watching.